Hi everybody, this is Julie Gilberg and I am your instructor for FND 112. And I'm just going to go over how to properly format your Photoshop and Illustrator files for submission. So let me just bring up Photoshop for you so you can see it. Okay, so here is my canvas. I've made the image size, I've made it 800 wide by 600 tall, okay, in pixels, which ends up being a document size of 8, and, well, 8, a little bit of change, and 11, and it's at 72 resolution, okay, which is the size that you're going to want to submit your images at. Things can be a little bit larger or a little bit smaller, and you'll see when I'm actually creating this submission, you're going to add a little extra to it, but you know, your images should be around this size, so that should be your starting point. Okay, so I'll hit OK, and I'm just going to create a quick design here using you know, some shapes and just playing around with cutting and adding to shapes. So I'm going to add here, maybe bring this down, and then I'm going to take away some spots here. So I'm taking away, you know, just play around with this design to see what I can get. You know, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. Maybe I will add here like this, okay, and maybe I'll add another really thin rectangle here to kind of play around with the design. Maybe it'll be a little shorter, okay, you know, and then maybe I'll add one more here like so. And maybe I'll take away one big chunk all the way through. Okay, so you can see I have all of this kind of set up here, and I've like made my little design, and I've kind of filled up my space. Maybe I'll add one more shape, like you know, so you can see now that I've clicked off at the top, I've clicked the solid shape and I'm not removing anything. All of those like little boxes went away, and you can see what my design actually looks like. Let's say I want to create one more shape that kind of adds in right through here. Okay, and you can see, okay, so now I have my really cool design that I made, and I can see what I had again if I click this button up here. So from there, I'm going to bring up the layers menu. Okay, so I can go to Window and I can go to Layers. And you'll see here is all of my layers here, all separated out by shapes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and create a new layer here, and I am going to push this over the side here so you can kind of see it. Actually, maybe I'll fit it over here. Okay, so from there what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all. Okay, so I'm selecting this whole entire composition here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a border around the edge. So I'm going to edit and hit stroke, and I'm going to make a stroke of 1 pixel, okay? So from there, I'm going to deselect this, and you can see there's like this black edge all the way around now. So then the next thing is I'm going to make this a little bit bigger and label it properly for submission. So I'm going to go to Image and Canvas Size, and I want to add a little extra to this, and I'm actually going to change it to pixels so I can kind of see what I'm doing. And maybe I'm going to make it 850 by 650. Actually, let's make it 700 just so I have room for my text at the bottom. Okay? Okay, so now here's the design, and you can see it has a border around the edge here, which is really, really nice. That's what I'm looking for. So the next thing is maybe I want to play around with how this is oriented within the border here. So I'm going to want to play around with moving everything. So I can go and click the Move tool here, and you notice how I've highlighted this shape layer, and I can just kind of move things around so they fit nicely. So let's say I want to center this a little bit more and bring this up. I can use the arrow keys and go up and down and slowly bring this up and get it right back into place. Okay, and I might even want to move up my outside border here, and again keep it even, but maybe I want everything to be pretty centered, more like that. Okay, so from there, now I'm going to hit the text tool, and I'm going to make sure that my font is Arial. Okay, and I'm going to set it to be regular. Whoops, to be regular, and I want it to be sharp. And I'm going to bring down the size to 12, okay? And I'm going to type my name, and then the assignment name. So this is assignment 1, or actually let's start with a week. Week 1, assignment 1, and then the date. So it's September, and you don't have to write the whole date out, September 1st, 2011. Okay, and from there I'll make this a tiny bit bigger. Let's just make it 14, and I will place it and line it up with the side here of the stroked border. Okay, and again you can use you can see I'm using the Move tool. Again, you can move this up and down slightly to get it to look really nice and have it be centered in my border by using the arrow keys, and you see how that goes up a pixel or two, okay, which is really, really nice. Now from there you'll notice that I have my design and I have all these different layers. Now to submit to class, you're going to want to have one layer of stuff. What I'm going to want you to do is always save this whole design in its original format. So this is PSD. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to save this as Gilberg _ Julie week 1 assignment 1, and I'm going to save it as a PSD file. Okay, so I'll click save and I'll hit OK, and you'll see that comes up right away. So then after that, I'm going to merge these down and I'm going to create what I'm actually going to hand in to the class. You're always going to want to have a PSD file around because occasionally I'll ask you for your PSD file just to see how you're doing things, how you're putting things together, so I can offer you extra tips. Okay, so from there, you're going to want to go and hit layer, okay? And you're going to want to flatten the image. Okay, that's at the very bottom. Okay, and you can see everything is now one layer. From there, I'm going to hit Save As, and I'm going to switch this to JPEG. Okay, and then I'm going to save, and I'll hit OK. Okay, and then from there, that's what I'm going to hand into the classroom. Okay, so thanks very much for watching this video, you guys, and really please follow these formats in order to properly post your images to the classroom. This is the best way to have your images and to present them cleanly in the classroom. So I look forward to seeing your work. Bye.